Happy Monday evening. It is late, late, late. How are you? Hey, Miss King and Michelle. Hi, guys. I fully planned on coming back live earlier today, but I was digging into my channel and into all of the other interviews. Hey, Rose. Good to see you, girl. How are you? Hey, you. Hey, Radiami, Radiami, Radiami. Hey, guys. Uh, hey, I almost said, hey, Nightbot. I was like, hey, Nightbot. So, hey, guys. Rose says, I'm good, my dear. How are you? Aw, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing okay. Kiddo was in there writing on her chalkboard a while ago. She writes her name so cute. And I told her, I said, write mom. Can you write mom on your chalkboard? And she wrote it and turned it around and showed it to me. And because her name has an L and an E in it, she spelled mom MOLE. I got the biggest kick out of it. I thought that I was just going to fall over. I'm like, really? That's what you think of me? I'm a mole. Okay. I see. MOLE. She wrote it and she was so proud. She wrote MOLE and then she looked at me and she went, Mom. And she like Vanna Whited, Vanna White across the chalkboard. Mom. And it's MOLE. She's the cutest. Anyway. All right. So wait until she's a teen. Nah, I got a long way to go. But I know it'll be here before I know it. I know how that goes. I've already got an 18-year-old, and that flew by quick, too. So, all right. Stephan Sterns, Miss King, I'm glad you're here. Because here's what's happened. One day he'll be called a grand mole. Oh, my God. So, okay. I got to digging. This is going, instead of this being what I had hoped it would be, which would be a beginning of the deep dive into all the interviews, this is going to be more like a study session, okay? And it's not going to be a long one because, to be honest, kiddo has to go to bed soon. And, yeah, Dad's not great at getting her into bed and all that because he's too much of a rowdy, rough house, and she just has him wrapped around her finger, and she'll talk him right out of bedtime every single time. So it's got to be mom. But anyway, so study session. I got notes. I wrote notes. I mean, you can never mind the water, creamer, chicken, lunch meat, and all that over here, but I got notes. All right. And I have hold on just a second. I got a Twitter notification. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Michelle, same, right? But I know a lot of people haven't, and I love to watch those with you guys. And this has been a big one for me. The Madeline Soto case has been a really big, I'm invested in this case, right? So I went through and was looking at all of the different interviews and the audio clips and stuff. Shout out to Gavin Fish. If you guys don't follow him on YouTube, you should follow Gavin Fish because he has all kinds of amazing. If you join his Patreon, he's got everything. Plunder, I believe, does too. And there are a slew of people who have went out and really done the work, right? For all of the information. They filed all of the FOIA requests and all that. We've got the docket, Plunder, Gray Hughes, Gavin Fish, and then we've got Grizzly. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. I'm not positive. But, so when I try to go through and divvy it, because I don't know, Miss King, if you were here about a month ago, I shared a live stream that had several of the Jennifer Soto audio police interviews. That was like a 2 or 3 hour long live stream. And then I did another live stream where we listened to several Stephan Sterns police audio interviews. So now I'm getting myself confused and mixed up because I think the only ones for Jenn Soto that I have left are, if I do them in chronological order, the only ones that I would have left that I think are out would be, yeah, I know, Michelle. I know. A lot of the ones that are the only ones I can think of that I haven't shared. And Miss King, I know you can, or Michelle, any of you guys can let me know. Is the police video interview from February 28th or 9th that Grizzly put out, that was an actual video interview. She did that a few days ago. And then there was the April 18th, like, immunity interview that she gave with her lawyer present. And then we have Stephan Sterns' video interview that I haven't shared yet that shows the arrest included. Miss King, are you on Instagram? Miss King, can you let me know if you are on Instagram? The thing is with the audio clips, too, that we've shared already. You are on Instagram? Okay, Miss King. Do you follow my Instagram account, the Crime Cafe one? If not, can you? And message me. Michelle says, I think Jenn may end up facing time. I feel it in my gut. I pray to God she does. I mean, according to that April 18th interview with her lawyer, she has what they call, is it called derivative immunity? Is that what it's called? Which basically means that she has immunity and nothing that was said in that interview can be used against her unless they prove she's lied to them in that interview, or unless they find evidence of a crime apart from that. I could be wrong on that, but and I'm not going to lie, there are parts of those last couple of interviews, like the police video interview and the April 18th immunity video or audio interview, that I felt like she had no idea that this happened, you know? And then there are other times when I'm like, she knew this happened. Yeah, it's kind of like with the Carly Gregg trial, where it's like this. That's how I am with Jenn Soto. But regardless, if she didn't know about the murder, she knew. I feel in my gut. She knew, probably was in denial, but she knew about the essay. Yes, Donnie. 100%. 100%. Thank you, Miss King. Thank you. Let me go over and find you. Hold on just a minute. Have to switch. Ba-bum-bum-ba-dum. Ba-bum-bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. I'm not positive that this is you, but I'm not going to say your name on Instagram. Do you have a different name? Let me just ask you that. You don't have to tell me what it is, because I don't want to, I just want to make sure I'm following back the correct person. I'm pretty sure this is you, because it said that this person just followed me, so. And I just followed you back, if so. Michelle says, how could she put Maddie in the situation to sleep with him? I know. I struggle with that, you know? I struggle with that. If that is you, Miss King, you might have to, allow me to, because it says my request. Okay, yeah, Miss King. That's you then. And I've sent a request for you to allow me to follow you back. So if you accept that, then I should be able to send you a message. But there were just certain things that she said and the way she said them, like in the tone of voice she used, that was kind of made me think here and there that she really didn't believe Stephan did it. But even at that, I still don't know that I would ever believe. Yay! Okay. All right. You're cute. Hey, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Okay. I just sent you a message. So, Miss King, if you can be my my little thank you, Miss King. Be my little helpmate with getting the order of things correct. I don't care if it's an old picture. You're still cute, ma'am. Anyway, Michelle says the thing that got me was insisting on seeing the photos, and she didn't lose it when she saw them. Yeah, I know. And you remember the one part where she got super upset when she realized that the next day was her birthday and she cried? Worst birthday ever. I'm good. How are you? It's green anymore. Boo. I have kept up on this case from the beginning. Oh, I know, Michelle. It's like, I think, I'm not sure how the memberships work, but I think you get them for a month and then it flips over and, She's totally selfish. Yes. Hey, Margaret. Hey, Margaret. I know, right? OMG, arrest Jenn Soto now. So, last month, was it last month? I think it was towards the end. Let me go back and look. Because I was looking on my channel. Let me go look real quick. All right. So, yeah, it says I shared the Jenn Soto and Stephan Sterns police audio interviews 1 month ago. So, and then I shared, or no, wait, Jenn Soto's was 1 month ago, and then Stephan Sterns' police interview audio was 3 weeks ago. And each of those were like 2.5 hours in length. So, I remember specifically those were the audio clips. And, but since then, and there are a lot of other audio interviews too, like with school teachers, the grandmother, roommates, friends. So I don't know how I want to do this, like deep dive into these chronologically, because we've done those. And I thought about, would there be any way that I could, do like a solid stream and squeeze them. There's no way I could squeeze all the interviews in one stream, like from all of them. It would have to be like one day would be all of Jenn Soto's interviews. Next day would be all of Stephan Sterns' interviews. Next day would be all of the, other interviews. But Bio Dad, yeah, that was a good one too. Hey Morgana. Miss King says, I think she had to have an idea of what was going on. She said she did not want this to be a Woody Allen thing. Exactly. And she said, I remember hearing her say in one of them interviews, she said, I have this fear that, he's going to find her. I don't remember exactly how he worded it, but it was something to the effect of, my greatest fear is that he's going to like find her attractive and she's going to be into him and then they're going to run off together. Basically the Woody Allen thing, It was, right, Michelle? Weird. Maybe just to catch up on the voice interviews only, then the video ones. Yeah. Well, we got the ones from the 27th, and let me look. I think we got the ones from the 27th for both Jenn and Stephan. And then I did one audio interview of his parents. Yeah. Oh, and did you guys see the interview with his parents on Hidden True Crime a couple days ago? Did you guys see that? Wow. Miss King says like a recap of the 27th and 28th, and then I think on the 29th is when we have the video ones. Yeah. Well, was it the 29th when his was the video ones? I can't remember. I get all my dates mixed up. And see, the thing is some of the, like, I feel like some of the police, the video interviews overlap the audio ones. And so I just don't want it to be repetitive. You know what I mean? But I do want to get a good recap of them, you know, so that I have like a playlist of them. They are cray, 100%. Here's the thing though, Michelle. After I watched that interview with them on Hidden True Crime, I'm sorry, I'm sitting here like it's a nervous tick, just sitting here like, sorry if you can hear that. For me, after I watched the Hidden True Crime one, which we'll watch that one together too, if you guys want to, when we get into the parents, but as crazy as I think they are, I don't think that they deserve the harassment and the hate that they're receiving. I mean, nobody should be treated that way, you know? Nobody. But they are a little wonky woo. There was one part in that interview where Chris, Stephan's dad, was saying, oh, he was such a good little boy, blah, blah, blah. We loved him so much, we smothered him. And the mom, what's her name? I forget the mom's name. She said, we didn't smother him. We didn't smother him. He's like, what? What'd you say? And she's like, we didn't smother him. And he's like, I meant smothered him with love. But she got all like up in arms because he said that. You know, Debbie, that's it, or Deborah. But yeah, she said that, and I could see Lauren's face from Hidden True Crime kind of like, you know, have a little bit of a giggle face because she's like, you know, the dad says that, and then the mom's like, don't give these people any more ammunition than what they already have. They know what Stephan did, yet are still harping on Jen's at fault. Yeah. I know it. They do need to stay out of the limelight. Radiomi says, another case I know zero about. I feel like a fish out of water. Well, basically, Radiomi, this young girl, 13 years old, just had turned 13. She was 12, just had her 13th birthday. Went missing and was found deceased like 20 or 25 miles away from home. Mom is a little cuckoo, and mom's boyfriend of many, many years, is the culprit. He was charged with her murder. But not only that, the way that they were led to him being the one that murdered her is because when they interviewed him and looked at his phone just to check, that's something they normally do. They found a bajillion and gajillion and more and more and more and terabytes worth of basically him essaying Madeline, the little girl. Videos and photos of it, of himself and her together. So, now everybody just wants to know why. Why did he have to kill her? Hey, pickled bird. Hi. Michelle said dinner's ready. Ooh, gotta run. We'll catch up in the morning. Good night, all. Good night, Michelle. Yeah, the parents are a mess. Definitely Radiani. She's a sweet girl. I mean, not, of course didn't know her, but we've all been, a lot of us have been consumed with this story for all these months now, since February. The story came out right around the same time as Sebastian Rogers went missing. So, two very close in age kids, Very strange, right, Donnie? But the stories that they gave about Stephan, about how, he had the accident where he had been ran over as a kid, and then supposedly he has a TBI. They do blame that as a potential reason for his personality switch, but it may be what do they call that whenever they get ready to go down to sentencing and they're like, what is that called, where they have throw in these different factors to kind of get the jury or the judge to be a little bit lesser on them as far as sentencing goes. I forget what that's called, but that's where they're going to go with that. Contributing factor. Is that it? I don't know. Donnie says, yep, in my opinion, the parents are narcissists as well. The mom said her son was a narcissist. She did. Mitigating. That's it. Mitigating circumstances or whatever. I don't know so much about the dad, but I definitely feel like the mom may have a little bit of narcissistic behavior. But there was things that she said that I sort of understand in that interview on Hidden True Crime. It's, when push comes to shove, I guess, she feels like that's her son and she's going to support him, even though they admit that what he's done was horrible, horrific, whatever, They're not saying that he didn't do that. I don't feel like they feel like he's the only one that should be held accountable, but you know what? Neither do I. So, they are sort of, they're not, they did say that they feel like Stephan was the lone perpetrator, but that Jenn contributed to the sleeping arrangements, that kind of thing. And they felt that that was weird. And I'm right there with them. I feel the same way. But, yeah. Right, Miss King? Yeah, they do still, they still love he's their son. They love him unconditionally. That's what parents are supposed to do, right? Doesn't make it any less awful. I would not want to be in their shoes. Donnie said you can tell they tried everything for him growing up. Well, according to them, they did. I early on heard some, on some different YouTube channels, some, call-in shows where they would have, people that were allegedly friends of Stephan Sterns when they were growing up, talk about what it was like being there with his parents and stuff. But I'm taking any and all of that with a grain of salt because I don't know if it was ever confirmed that those people were legit friends of his or not, But that was way back early, months ago, when those were coming out. For sure. Mitigating, says Margaret. Sorry for the yawning, guys. I'm tired. 5:30 is early for me. In the mornings. Did any of you feel any in that trial we were starting today? I'm just like, bleh. Everybody was like, I don't like this one. Like, I know. I don't blame you. I don't either. Miss King says, I'll never be able to get over the fact that she sent them to bed together upstairs, a 30-something-year-old man having a sleepover with your 12-year-old daughter. I know. I know. All because she needed a good night's sleep. Radiomi and Sherry both say boring. Yeah, I just couldn't get into that. The prosecutor, he was boring me to tears. And, I don't know. Donnie says I need to head out tomorrow. Yes. So tomorrow, my plan, I think, that what the rest of the week will be mostly Sterns and Soto, stuffs. I think that'll be what we do. You did get some good sleep, though. Good for you. Have a good night, Donnie. I hope you get some good sleep, too. I hope you get some good sleep. And, sweet dreams. So, sorry, guys. Sorry. It may be late in the day before I get to you guys, though, because I kind of have a parent-teacher conference meeting tomorrow, at 12:45 or 1 o'clock my time. So, probably start when I get back home. So it might be closer to like 2 or something like that Eastern time before I get something up and going. So, but yeah, I have a teachers conference tomorrow. Fun, 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 fun. I'm going to go ahead and go, though. I just kind of wanted this to be a little bit of a, what are we going to do? And Miss King, I'll probably reach out to you and chat here in a little bit, if that's okay, on Instagram. So, kind of see what makes sense from a viewer perspective, you know what I mean? So, but I hope you all have a good night's sleep. I just wanted to make sure to come back on and say hi. I didn't forget you. Things got carried away, and it seems like when kiddo gets off the bus, it's like all hands on deck, right? For a little bit till things kind of wind down. And as I was looking, like I said, through all those different audio clips and the videos, and then what I've already shared on the channel, I just kind of was like, wait a minute, how am I going to do this? So, okay, you're off work in 30 minutes. All righty then. All right. I'll send you a message. All right, you guys, have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and go. But I'll plan on being on, like I said, around 2 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll start with some Sterns stuffs. I don't know if it'll be Sterns or Soto or both. It just depends on how I, format the schedule or whatever. But anyway, you guys have a great night, and I will see you back tomorrow. All right. Bye.